Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to ROM Hack Races. How you doing? Did you like that big reveal? Ooh, amazing. That's an incredible list of makers. We'll get on to talking about that a little bit later tonight. But for right now, how you doing? Welcome. This is ROM Hack Races, of course, and every Saturday night we have a fresh, never-before-seen Super Mario World Kaizo level ready to race for everybody. The racers don't know what they're in for, and they're just going to have to improvise. It's a sight-reading challenge with a whole lot of fun. This week is week number 290. We've had a lot of these so far, and we've got EvilAdmiralKivi. They have made a level for us tonight called Motor Issues. So we'll see. That might be a little bit of a clue about what's about to go on here. The testers behind the scenes have played this level already, given some feedback, and given a little bit of difficulty rankings, so the racers can know kind of what they're in for here. Tonight's rankings: execution 6 out of 10, complexity 6 out of 10. The racers know that there are 4 sections, and those sections are rated 5 out of 10 for length. Not 6, 5. It was close, but we got a 5 rating tonight. We had Gossip Greg, Mithrillionaire, Mason SMW, and Blue Ribbon High Life all pitching in to help us test. We've got Dr. No, the ever wonderful, always helpful, incredibly cool person running the restream tonight, making sure everybody can see what's going on, because we've got 15 racers who have signed up. And those names in alphabetical order, of course: 3D Salmon, B2DE81, Bunker Games 82, Ender of Games, Germdove, How is Dupu, Ike SMB, Jank Pickle, Lizard 433, Louis Duce, Muzzle, Plagers, I hope I'm saying that right, Revelug, Roke Games 05, and You Fail Me, all ready to go. We got Dr. No and Kelgan running the scouting to let us know who to rotate in on the restream, and hopefully through that we will be able to get everybody's clear. Plagiarizer. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, sorry. Please, if I say your name wrong, correct me. I would like to get that correct. Plagiarizer. That's obviously not copied from anything, right? I am GlitchCat7. I will be bringing you the play-by-play tonight. If you have any questions or want to learn a little bit more about Kaizo or the mechanics involved or what we do around here, you can ask in chat. We'll be sure to help you out. Or you can head on over to romhackraces.com, where you can download this patch plus any of the other 289 patches that we have raced throughout the weeks. We've got a ton of stuff, a lot of really fun levels to play, and you can jump on the Discord from there if you want, or hey, even check out the ROM Hack Races merch shop. But some big news here. Did you like that reveal? I think I believe that was Doc, did a really good job on that maker reveal trailer. We were really excited to announce that tonight. Those are the makers for the upcoming GDQ Kaizo Relay, which will be taking place at SGDQ. We don't know exactly when yet, but sometime the first week of July. You can check out GamesDoneQuick.com for more information. I bet we'll read those off again a little bit later in the night, but it is such a stacked list, and man, I am really everyone's like, "Oh, Glitch, it's cool you're racing. I can't wait to see it." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, me too," because I have no idea. Kind of like this, just like these racers, we're not going to have any idea what these levels are until it is time to sit down and race. But we got a race for you here tonight to kind of get everybody started, and I'm stoked to see what this is going to be all about. May the 4th be with us all. We must summon all our force skills. What are the skills that a Jedi has? Like, they use the Force, but is that like, it's not like called like martial arts or something? We must do or do not. There is no try. I'm not really much of a Star Wars guy, so I don't really know a lot of Star Wars memes. Maybe there'll be a Cerveza Crystal ad in here somewhere. But we got 4 racers ready to start, and we got the rest of them who are also going to be running. The scouts will rotate them in. In the upper left-hand corner, we got B2 DE81. We got How is Dupu in the upper right. We got You Fail Me in the lower left. Bunker Games 82 down there in the bottom right. I think these might be the racers we're looking for. This is, as we know, say it all the time, it's a challenge of sight reading and consistency and one-shots, right? The racers don't know what they're in for, so they're going to have to sight read the level. Can they be consistent at the obstacles they've already learned? Or are they going to one-shot something and get themselves a little bit more knowledge? Knowledge is key in this, and no lead is safe. So we got that countdown. We are ready to go. 290. It's Motor Issues from EvilAdmiralKivi. Let's see what we got this time. LNR to do stuff. Don't skip the message. Okay. L and R to do stuff. So I think that might be a little bit of a clue about what we have got here. And yup, it sure looks like it. Looks like we've got motor skills. This is, man, this is all the way back from Morsel's level motor skills. This has turned into such a, I don't want to say trope because that makes it sound silly, but this is a really common kind of gimmick you're going to see in a lot of levels. Spin jumps and regular jumps in Mario World kind of do two different things. Some enemies are safe to a spin, some enemies are not. Some enemies will bounce with a regular jump, and it's not, wait, excuse me, it's not? Oh, well, you know what? See, I wasn't a tester. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, all right. See, I didn't test this one, so I'm also seeing this first off. Looks like You Fail Me over here has definitely got the hang of it. I see, I see. It's not motor skills. We're not switching the jump with the button. We are switching what the bats are, aren't they? Yeah, I thought those were changing automatically. Okay, I see. L and R will change the bats into spinies and the spinies into bats. Normally in a motor skills level, you'd be changing your jump type in midair. But this is a, okay, I see what we've got here. This is a really interesting inversion on the common motor skills trope. I gotcha. So L and R will change the bats into spinies and vice versa. And spinies can be span jumped on. Bats can be regular jumped on. And if you hit a bat with a spin jump, instead of bouncing up, you're just going to poof it out of existence. You Fail Me down here has clearly got the hang of this. Yes, excuse me, I'm so sorry. How many times have I been fired from this position already? Yeah, not a motor skills level, a motor bat level, a motor issues level. And looks like if you really want to know how this level is going to go, You Fail Me in the lower left is making some progress right now. They have got, through this first sequence of obstacles, they want to spin when they want to spin and jump when they want to jump. Looks like B2 in the lower left also kind of making some moves here. So we're going up, we're spinning on the Piranha Plant, and then we got to bounce up, get that grab block to hit the on-off switch. We're going to feed that grab block to the Kicking Koopa, and they will like stall the block and slide back along so they can grab that block again. Oh man, this is cool. Jeez, I like this. B2 and You Fail Me kind of neck and neck for progress right now. Oh wow, what a cool, oh this is neat. Okay, I get it now. Excuse me, I've come to my senses here. So yeah, You Fail Me, grabbing that grab block, and then they're gonna chuck it at the yellow Koopa. Here comes Revelug in the upper left. Looks like Bunker Games also has figured out they're getting to the yellow Koopa. So yellow Koopas in SMW have this interesting kind of property. They're smarter than your average Koopa, and they tend to jump when projectiles are thrown at them. There is a way to kind of not do that if you're inside a weird frame rule or something, but in general, you can kind of trust those yellow Koopas are going to try to avoid things that are thrown at them. And that gives the player an interesting opportunity to make a different kind of jump, right? When they throw the grab block at the yellow Koopa, it's going to jump, and they're going to be able to bounce on it a little bit higher than they would be able to otherwise. So we got to bring that grab block along, chuck it up to the pink on-off switches up there at the top, and then bring it along, give it to the Kicking Koopa so they can bounce off the Kicking Koopa, re-grab the block, and then use it for the yellow Koopa. There is a lot going on here. B2 in the upper left, they have made it up to the top, and they've got that grab block spinning around, or moving around rather. A moving grab block can be spun jumped off of. I have fun using other tenses of spin jump. I think it's silly. Span jumpu, I believe, is the technical term for what we're doing here. Man, what a cool, man, I'm sorry, I didn't realize this wasn't motor skills at first. This is its own thing. How cool, though. I'd really love to see the evolution of the motor skills gimmick throughout the years. It just seems like people are endlessly creative with that sort of thing, and Morsel really started something with that whole level that has like never gone away in Kaizo. Motor sprites, that could be it, that could be it. You Fail Me in the lower left, they've made it to the bouncing grab block now. Oh, I see, I see. Interesting, whoa. Man, okay, so we really got to do some brain work for this. Remember, there are 4 sections, and those are 5 out of 10 for length. The racers know this. Everybody hanging out right now on the, I presume, the first section. Roke Games here coming in the lower right. Let's see what they've got for us. Yeah, some very quick swapping. They've got to kind of be able to not only read the situation and figure out how to get Mario through, but they've got to figure out which state they want the spiny bats to be in. Are they spinies or are they bats? Are they Schrodinger's bats They're in a super position of both Spiny and Bat. They really can do it all. You Fail Me, though, showing us what consistency is all about. B2 getting pretty far here as well. They've got a second try at that bat obstacle, but they still can't pull it off. Yo, here goes B2 in the upper left. Wow, making it a little bit farther. So B2, you could say, currently in the lead right now in terms of knowledge and what they need to do in the level. Here's Louis Douce coming in the upper right. You Fail Me in the lower left. Big regrabs, and they're in that pipe. Let's go. Second section. All right, You Fail Me taking an early lead. They know what they want to do there. Spinning across some of those bats and then swapping them back to a Spiny right at the end so they can launch off. Remember, bats are just poofed. I call that phenomenon poofing. I don't know, because they make a little poof cloud and they poof out of existence. I don't know if I coined that or if I just picked that up from Assimilation, but either way, bats can be poofed by a spin jump, so you will not get a vertical boost. You can only get a vertical boost off bats if you are regular jumping. And that's another thing that's kind of controlling the circumstances here for the racers. And what have we got here? Second section, You Fail Me, figuring out what this gimmick is. Now, it looks like instead of the bats, Rogue Games, nice try. Instead of the bats and Spinies switching, now we are switching the shell, right? Check me on this one, chat. You gotta be my eyes and ears here. But instead of switching the bats now with LNR, we are switching the shell. Whether or not that shell is a regular blue shell, which can be jumped on, or a custom blue Spiny shell that will, of course, destroy the player in first in Mario Kart. just checking here. B2, Louis Douce trying to catch up here still on the first section. Rogue Games looking pretty good. They might be able to get out of here pretty soon and see if anyone can put the pressure on You Fail Me right now. Say no lead is safe. We could see some clutch one-shots at any moment, and this second section is looking a little bit complicated. So yeah, You Fail Me, very smart, kind of taking a minute to just sit, look at the situation, and try to kind of figure out the level in your head, in their head. Motor blocks. Hey, all right. Hey, you know what? That's fine. They can be whatever we want. Motor sprites, motor blocks. Just gotta check your engine. Don't forget to change your oil. That's important. Your motor might go bad on you. You might have motor issues. I was hoping for a Koopa car level from Mario 2. I don't know. So You Fail Me making some moves here. Oh, the little angry triangle. Oh, that's cute. Little angry triangle that will launch a sprite up in the air, but being angry will also kill Mario. So You Fail Me kind of getting the hang of this section. They are producing a disco shell. The yellow Koopa is trapped down in there. When they bonk the blue shell, the kicking Koopa comes out of it because he's living inside, and the shell is empty. They open the on-off switch in the ceiling, and that's what's allowing the yellow Koopa to walk into the shell and form a disco. Flashing multicolored shell, which is going to follow Mario around. Has a kind of a cool hitbox. I really think discos are rad, but we'll see how the racers feel about that. Louis Douce, meanwhile, looking for a shot at the end here. B2, not too far behind, but they're still getting caught up on those spikes. That final sequence of bats where you have to switch really quickly. That's a very common... I always look for that trick in every motor skills level. It was in the original motor skills, and you see it like all the time in other motor block levels. But you're spinning on a line of enemies, and you must regular jump at the very end. B2 has figured this out, though. They are moving on to the second section. Little tutorial to teach them the gimmick here, and pretty soon B2 is going to be catching up. Jank Pickle, oh, speaking of catching up, Mario Wonder Runner Extraordinaire Jank Pickle coming in here. They are, oh yeah, okay, they figured out what they want here. Switching the shell with the L and R buttons, and they are going to probably get out of this tutorial here before too long. Not too much progress here from You Fail Me, but that's going to give the other racers kind of a shot at it. Rogue Games, let's go. Nicely done. They really clutched out that regrab at the end. They kind of really had to squeeze for that one. I'm sure you all probably know how regrabs work, but for those of us that don't, quick tutorial, Mario falls more slowly when you are holding the jump button in the air. than if you are not holding the jump button. And by bouncing on an enemy and then tapping the button as you're rising off of the enemy, you get a wider horizontal trajectory for your jump than you would otherwise. You feel me? Oh my gosh, the motor disco shell? Oh, jeez. This is a really cool level. I'm loving this design. I don't think I've ever seen a motor disco shell before. This is a really interesting setup here because with the piranha plant, you have to spin jump on the piranhas. So certain aspects of this level are kind of forcing the player to be in one jump state or another. And like as they're coming over, they have to get over that wall with the piranha plant. So on the other side of the wall, they have to be spinning, meaning that if they were to hit the disco in that moment, they would destroy the disco and now they wouldn't have a ride anymore. So that forces them to switch it over to the motor disco shell. This is really creative. Wow. I'm impressed with this. A gray platform, falling platform will let them land, and from the ground you can choose which jump you're doing next. There is a lot of tech going on here, and to say, if you have questions, please feel free to ask if I'm not covering something here. Looks like You Fail Me. Yeah, making a little bit of progress here, trying to get the hang of this motor disco obstacle. That is so cool. I can't recall if I've ever seen a disco shell like a spiny disco shell. We've seen the shells that switch between spiny and regular when you bounce on them, but this is kind of taking that whole idea to a completely other level. Yikes. Jank though, picking this up a little bit. That piranha plant is descending, and so they're gonna need to move quickly in order to land on it, in order to give themselves enough height to actually get over the jump. So you see some racers kind of bonking that grab block low, but that means that the piranha plant will have moved too low for them to actually get a jump on, or rather to get over the wall with it. Roke Games though, look out. Holy moly, what a read. Wow. And with that cool read at the end of that sequence, Roke is just about caught up to You Fail Me in terms of knowledge. Oh man, the upsets are always possible here. Yeah, standing on that gray platform and nudging the flashing grab block into the on-off switch, that lets them do that quickly enough to have enough height on the piranha plant. B2, nice try getting over. Okay, we're all getting over it today, just like that game of a similar name. What was it called? Getting Over It? Really doing a Bennett Foddy here. Racers are picking this up really quickly. This is I think this is really well indicated. There's a lot of different tiles and things on the screen, but the motion and what you're actually going to do here is really clear. This is I'm fascinated by this level. This is showing us some things we've never seen before. Really cool stuff here. Yeah, very heady. It's a heady one tonight. So it looks like we're all kind of tied up. There's Roke getting just about to the same point as You Fail Me. And B2, Jank Pickle, not too far behind. Here's B2 in the upper left. Fell in the pit. Yeah, Roke trying for, You Fail Me. Kind of an interesting strat at the beginning there. Yeah, they want to throw that up and, wait, excuse me, wait, what? Roke? Wait a minute. That's a whole new section. Wait, I'm sorry, they were just doing a different strat. Sorry, this level has a lot going on, and I'm looking between all these different screens and trying to keep everything straight in my brain here. You try watching 4 Kaizo runs at the same time. You know, now I really want a spiny shell hat. I think that'd be great. Revelug with the H. Yo, we got 5 on screen, or 5 at the first checkpoint right now. We'll see how Revelug does. We got scouts watching everybody in case we need to rotate somebody in. Here's You Fail Me though in the lower left. They're back again. They got to figure out which kind of jump they want here. Roke Games though, not too far behind. Oh man. Yeah, Roke Games in the lower right. They are in the lead right now. This could be for all of it. That blue coin, they know what that means. So one thing you'll notice, the P-switch. Technically, as we know from doing a yump, touching a P-switch momentarily counts as standing on the ground. And so if you spin while you touch, if you're spinning and you land on a P-switch, your spin will turn into a regular jump because you're standing on the ground. And unless you actually try to do a yump off of it, you will now change your jump. So they have to kind of anticipate in that moment. They're feeding the blue shell over to the kicking Koopa. Again, here's B2 trying that same obstacle. They're going to feed the shell over to the kicking Koopa, figuring out which kind of jump they want, because they're trying to anticipate what's about to happen when they touch that P-switch. And they know that that P-switch will reset their jump type. So it looks like folks have figured out, yeah, that they want to switch the shell over to a spiny in that moment so that they can hit the P-switch, reset their jump, and then grab the regular shell off of the kicking Koopa. Because when the kicking Koopa grabs the shell, it holds it there for a minute. You can pick up the shell while you're jumping on the Koopa and bring it with you. Looks like they might need that. Here goes Jank for the... Oh, sorry. Never mind. Good try, though. Good try. Here goes B2. Yeah, everybody, man. Everybody is neck and neck right now. This is such a tight race. I'm trying to pay attention to everybody here. That Koopa's got a hat, though. Here's You Fail Me in the lower left. Yeah, they read that one out. They knew that. Yup. They knew that it was going to be one of those sequences of spin across everything and jump on the next thing. Yeah, very good. You Fail Me keeping the lead, but not by too much. B2 trying to make some progress here. Jank Pickle as well. So now, third section. We know there are 4 sections. And here's You Fail Me on the third. So what is this? We got flying bats. And we've got spinies once again. Are they bats or are they spinies? Squid or kid? You decide. You be the judge. So the bats are moving now instead of staying in one place, and the spinies are also walking along the ground. You Fail Me pretty quickly picking this up. Definitely, once you kind of have played a level with this kind of gimmick, or sort of any kind of gimmick, after a while you start to do what I would call like thinking with the gimmick. Sometimes the first sections are a little more challenging because you're learning how the gimmick works. But now by the third section, I'm guessing these racers are going to have a pretty clear idea. Okay, all these obstacles involve switching the sprites back and forth. But we're adding in a little bit of complexity in the movement here. Because the things are moving along the ground, they have to be careful about timing when they are switching sprites. Because if you'll notice those 2 bats up there, yep, You Fail Me's kind of taking a dive because if you switch at the wrong moment, the spinies can't fly. At least these ones can't. And they want to make sure that both of those spinies end up on the ground where they want them to be. Got that carrot, well, not really a carrot platform, but that's what it is, a sort of timed moving platform there. Rogue Games, nice try too. You'll see those kind of nets. Those are sprite killers, and probably kill Mario as well. Haven't seen You Fail Me hit it yet to confirm, but I'm gonna guess they also might injure our favorite plumber. There's Jank and Roke going for another try at this. They gotta set the shell up right though. Yeah, adding in the need to kind of figure out the movement of these sprites is definitely a kind of an aspect of increased challenge going on here. Turning the falling spiny back into a bat, bats into spinies. Jeez. It's a lot of movement in this one, man. I'm really liking this level. This is really far out. Great job tonight, AdmiralKivi, our maker. Really good job with this one. Holy cow. How very innovative. There is some serious Jedi caliber swag going on here. From my point of view, the bats are the spinies. I'm trying for some Star Wars jokes. I'm sorry, I don't know enough about Star Wars. And there's Roke too. Hey, excuse me while I'm searching for a Star Wars meme to give you. Roke with the checkpoint. So not too far behind right now, and Roke has really been making moves tonight, so we could see a lead change at any time. You Fail Me, maybe one obstacle ahead, but they've got to figure out what they want to do when that blue non-carrot platform is expiring. And Roke is just about to get to that section as well, so neck and neck right now. There we go. turning the bat into a spiny so it hits the wall as it's falling. And that will put the spiny into the area, into the lower chamber there where they want to be, and have the spiny be moving to the right, which they need to kind of surf on to get through that next obstacle. So you fail me. Yeah, not one to lose consistency generally. Yep. That P-switch again is going to change the jump type, and the bat, as long as the spiny was previously moving to the right, if they turn it back into a bat, the bat will fly through the walls, because bats can do that. Did you know bats can fly through walls? It's true. Man, I love that little Koopa with the spiny hat. Here goes B2 in the upper left. Nicely done. Good jump. And B2 also moving on to the third section. What a tight race right now. Man, I love this, actually. This is really such a tight race. Rogue Games just a touch behind. You fail me, really just hanging on to that lead by like one obstacle right now. This is where sight reads might really come into play. If Roke or B2 or someone could sight read some of these sections, they might be able to pull out ahead. I also noticed Roke trying valiantly for a regrab from one spiny. Yeah, they're only dropping one spiny onto that platform of the two bats that they have, but they're really trying hard to get every inch of horizontal motion out of the regrab in that moment, and they might actually be able to get that. It would be kind of a clutch move if they could. Really getting these players using all the buttons on their controller right now. I think it's always a little bit more challenging to have the player use the shoulder buttons. I don't know about you, maybe other people have different play styles, but for me, I always kind of find it can be challenging, especially L. There's something about, like, the D-pad is on one side, all the buttons are on the right side of the controller, and when you're using the L button, now there's a button up above the D-pad, and that gets a little bit strange to try to work with, so some spaghetti is understandable here. And there's You Fail Me making a sight read, but not getting too far. Such a cool level. Holy cow. So You Fail Me wants to turn that spiny into a bat before the spiny touches the right wall, because they want that bat to be moving to the right. And if the spiny bounces off the wall, it's just going to walk the other direction, and now the bat is going to be moving to the left as well. So we got B2, You Fail Me, and Roke. Third section, Jank Pickle almost getting out of the second. Keep in mind, too, there are others. The scouts are checking them out, and if anybody's going to take a lead, you're going to see it here on the screen. Of course, if you want, please go and follow the racers. Check them out on their channels, and if you're here to support your friends, put their emotes up in chat. Let us know. You know, it's ROM Hack Races, but we're here to support everybody and make sure we all have a fun time. Bunker, Louie, Revelug, Ike, and Muzzle also working on section 2. Here goes You Fail Me in the lower left once again. Could be a read. Oh, but what's this? Oh, but what's this? There's a spike in the ceiling. You Fail Me, taking a look at things. Oh, whoa, that was really smart. Man, that was really smart. I think they got that obstacle right. Really smart stuff. But no dice on that checkpoint, so they've got a little bit of knowledge, but they haven't managed to capitalize on it yet. Here's that consistency. They need to be consistent in order to get back there. Even though they know what to do, they need to get back there before somebody else might figure that out. Roke here. Roke in the lower. Oh, man. Dude, Roke is playing dangerously tonight. They are, like, not backing down from this level at all. Need that double hit on the Rex to get across there. Here's You Fail Me for another try, though. Now, here comes the Spiny. They want to get the Spiny in the right position so that they can make it. Maybe? That's looking pretty good. Nah, too low. Wow. So here's a little thing about spin jumping on enemies that get poofed, like those bats. When you are doing that, Mario's horizontal position remains the same for just the briefest amount of time while you're spinning on them. That's how you can spin across a line of enemies without actually falling. They can't jump up into the ceiling to get into the pipe because they're going to hit their head on that spike. So they need to use the bat and that horizontal movement hold there to keep them in place. Here's Roke in the lower right. This could be it for the read. Roke Games. Oh my word, Roke in the lower right. They might have it. They've got it. Holy cow, that's the lead change. Roke moving on to section number 4. Oh wow, you love to see that. Let's go. Section 4. Now what is this? Those red nets are going to kill Mario. That was such a good read. Wow. That was such a good read. Here's You Fail Me for their try. The bat's looking good. Yeah, they've got it too. So we're all tied up now, but Roke getting that checkpoint first. And now what? Jeez, now what? We got yellow nets that kill sprites and red nets that will kill our favorite Plumbler Martin. Holy cow. Yeah, we are actually in a dead heat right now. Oh no, it's all, oh no. Oh no, here, Jank Pickle. Oh, nice try, Jank. Oh no, it's all of them. Oh, the 4th and final section, and all of the different gimmicks are coming together. We're changing the bats, the moving bats, we're changing the shells, and we're changing the static spinies. So you can tell the difference. The green bats move, the purple bats do not. And the shells, obviously, spiky means spike, and regular means regular. I bet you could tell that one. Wow, there is a lot, even in this intro room. This is the tutorial room for this. You can see the pipe on the right-hand side. Whoa, and Roke is out of here first. They are flying through this. Oh, wow. Yo, what a race. Maybe a little bit of cheese for You Fail Me, but this might not be the time to go for some cheese. This really might be the time to do the intended strat, because you're gambling. Cheese is a gamble. Is it going to work out, or are you going to spend extra time trying to do something that kind of isn't intended and might not work as well as just doing the intended strat? We got to nudge that shell off the wall and then use the spins in combination with the jumps to get through into that purple pipe. But our current leader, Roke, here in the lower right, man, dude, the upset though. This is I'm all, you know, try to be impartial. I'm rooting for everybody, but I always like to see the upsets. I don't know. There's something interesting about that. It makes the races cool and dynamic. Clear pipes. What is this? Luminescent? Wow, this level has everything, man. This is a whole galaxy. Amazing. You Fail Me. Getting out of that tutorial room as well. So we're using all of the gimmicks now. They want to figure out whether or not they want to poof the bat, whether or not they want to spin jump on the spiny. A lot of things to move and set up in this section, but such readability. Roke here. Wow. This if Roke can stay consistent, we might really see some fireworks here. We got Louis Douce coming in. So you'll notice those blocks with a P on them. I bet you can't guess how those blocks are opened. That's right, it's with the Z switch. So the players are going to have to find the hidden Z switch. No, it's the P switch up there. And they want to go through those clear pipes, grab that P switch, and kind of loop around. You Fail Me, though, reading this pretty quickly, and they're bringing that blue shell. Roke and You Fail Me neck and neck right now. Here's Roke on a sight read in the lower right. They see what they want. They're on that spiny disco. There's a spiny blocking the path to the right. They know this. I know they know what they want, but those disco shells can be tricky to move on, especially if you're kind of used to the wedge hitbox from a normal disco. Wow, this is just consistency right now. No way. Ah, jeez. I'm so sorry. I've got caught in an ad And Roke's stream is giving me an ad right now on our restream tool. That's unfortunate on my part, but they're doing fine. Let me know. You fail me. So we got that blue shell. They're gonna drop it onto the on-off switch. Get that to open up so they can make their way through. Dropping that blue shell. Blue coin indicates spiny, or spin rather. Spiny spin. All right, Rogue's still here hanging out. Sorry, I'm watching the stream on a restream tool that we have, and sometimes I get ads on that. Like it says, oh, ad break in progress, which is a little inconvenient for what we've got going on here. But Roke and You Fail Me on the bottom, still neck and neck. Roke with a little bit of a chance. Oh my word, could this be it? Oh, maybe. Roke, they see what they need. A little bit of cheese, perhaps? They're using that Goomba to kill the Chuck. Can they read this section? Roke Games. They know this gimmick so well now. Oh, there's the H. We see it. There's the big giant gate at the very end. That is what its real name is, the Giant Gate. Midway H's are called Midway Gates, and end gates are called Giant Gates. Read the Mario World manual. It's true. What a close race, though. You fail me. Not one to get knocked down and not get up again. This is really going to come down to 1 or 2 lives, I think. Here's You Fail Me for the shot at it. Yeah, they're going a little slow, taking their time, figuring out what they want out of this. Trying to read this setup. Okay. Yeah, they see it. Oh, but back in the pipe. Here's B2 in the upper left. Maybe they got a chance? No, good try, though. They saw it. Louis Douce working on the 3rd section along with B2. And here goes Roke again. They know what they want out of this. They want to fall down that channel, and then they want to clear the way, grab that Goomba, and use it to kill the charging Chuck. Man, this is going to come down to 1 or 2 lives. Roke and You Fail Me just trading attempts. They are neck and neck right now. You Fail Me? You Fail Me in the lower left. This could be it if they can get the end. Roke is catching up, though. Boy, it could be anybody's. You Fail Me. Oh, sorry. Here goes B2 again. Nice try. Yeah, Roke did kind of accidentally, maybe accidentally on purpose, cheese that setup in the first part, but it looks like they have not tried that again, which, frankly, I think is actually a pretty safe strat in a race like this. Again, cheese is kind of a gamble. Is it going to work? Is there something that I don't know about that's going to prevent me from being able to do this for a reason I don't understand yet? You know, maybe it's best to just figure out what the setup is and try to get it done. Roke here, it's all them if they can get it. They need to spin on that blue shell so they can hit the piranha in a spin. Didn't switch back fast enough. Spin on a line of enemies and regular jump on the last one. A very common motor level gimmick. Oh my word, this neck and neck. Roke and You Fail Me just like at exactly the same place. Same consistency. Oh my word. Oh my word, we might be looking at a photo finish here. Oh, and You Fail Me through the pipe. Ah, there's more though. There's more. Yeah, gotta not kill the Goomba. Goomba is friend. This just amazing consistency right now. From both of these players, just outrageous. like the special zone level. You fail me back again? Did not, man. Getting that final switch. That's a really quick input. So, you know, you're spinning, and then you want to switch back right at the very end. If you're too late, you die. If you're too early, you die. You got to time that just right. I don't know what the frame window for that is, but it's not big. B2. Oh, good try, B2. I think they kind of have a backwards idea about what they want for the end of that third section. Man, I don't know about you, but I am like glued to my seat right now for the ending of this level. This is so close. You fail me. Got the jump. Back again with another try past the chuck. Okay, they're surfing. What's it gonna be? You fail me hasn't seen this part yet. Oh, the pause strat. There it is. Nice. Nice. And you fail me is gonna take the win for that, but very, very close one. Yep. Nicely done, the pause strat to figure out they need to grab that shell for the final shell jump. Taking the pause, taking a look at the situation. Nicely done. Yo, hang out with us, though. We got more racers. We got to fill up our podium. We got some stuff to talk about and some other stuff to hype up. Really well done. You fail me, one of the racers from the upcoming SGDQ relay race. So, man, you're going to see some good skills all summer. Rogue Games, though, still playing strong. B2, Louis Duce and Germdove. Coming in here. Everybody else on the third section. B2 looking for the ending. Ah, yeah, B2's doing that backwards. They're using the spiny instead of the bat, but you spin jump on a spiny and you will bounce up into the air. So that'll put your head in the spike. And here's Roke. I bet this is it. Yeah, Roke in the lower right. It came down to the read. See, this was consistency and sight reads, kind of just going back and forth. You Roke managed to sight read some things. You fail me, sight read again. Man, I hope you're all having fun with this. This is a really good one tonight. Holy cow. This is excellent. That is a really good, it's a really good strat though. Sometimes pausing, shall we say, a legal move in ROM hack races. You're totally allowed to do that. If anything, it's a risk because you're wasting time a little bit. But you know, to take a moment, you're in the air, pause, look at your surroundings, figure out what you want to do. You know, I also would think it would be all right if a maker sometime, you know, disallowed pausing. Pressing pause, you know, doesn't work or kills the player or something. Like, you know, that would also be a choice, I suppose. But perfectly cool to do in the races. Maybe some others might want to think about incorporating pause strats into their runs. Here's B2 for another try. Yeah! They got it! All right! Yo, B2 with that really tight spin jump. They were right up against the wall. The bat was kind of near the ceiling, but you can get a just spin on enemies in that situation. I don't know if that might be a little frame rule dependent or what, but that was a good jump. And B2 is going to be moving on to the intro room of the fourth section. Looking for second place on the podium here. Front runner being Roke here, but Louis Duce been kind of hanging out in the back, learning, making moves. I wonder if Louis might be having a rougher time tonight because there's not that much cheese potential. It's a little bit harder to figure out how to cheese things when a lot of the movement is very specific and requires a lot of A lot of precision jump switching. Roke here for another shot. Oh, didn't switch the bat fast enough. So in fact, there are levels kind of like that. There are levels where, like, if you hold, like, L or R, Mario freezes in time, but all the other stuff keeps moving around. That actually has been kind of explored by some makers. There's even one hack where, I think it's called Memento Mori? Memento Mori, where, Mario is standing still and you do all the inputs and then press start and he operates the inputs like a robot. So you have to, like, beat the level without really moving Mario. But yeah, the time freeze gimmick has been explored. Oh, sorry, we're switching some things around here. We got B2, we got Revelug, Germdove, and Roke hanging out. Louie being very classically brainy and fun. Louie, such a fun player to watch. Louie's got the skills and the creativity to think outside the obstacle structure and figure out what can I do, not what should I do. And I think that's a really important thing for really deep Kaizo skill, because sometimes you can find a cheese that way. Roke getting these good tries at the end, but needing to pull it off, and Revelug, I know, coming in real strong. Nice try, Roke. We got Revelug up here in the upper right, making their move, and they are also on the 4th section. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Yeah, I see what they're doing. Yeah, Roke just deciding to avoid that line of spiny bats altogether and just fall down the extreme left-hand side. Not a bad idea at all. But it is going to make that landing a little bit quicker, and they're going to have to react a little bit faster than they normally would. Here's Louie on the 4th section. Intro room. Louie, Revelug, and Roke right now. Everybody going for 2nd place. And excuse me, B2. Sorry, these sections are tricky. I've got to quickly look and figure out who's on what section, but with so much movement and obstacles, I get a little confused on this one. This level's blowing my mind. So everybody on your screen right now, 4th section out of 4, gunning for the 2nd place in the podium. Roke. Oh, I see what they thought. Oh, I see how they thought. Yeah. They knew they needed to shell jump up there, but I think they were concerned that they wouldn't get the height. So they went for the naked Koopa, which was underneath a wall, and they couldn't grab it at the moment. Yeah, they tried to bounce on that naked Koopa and then do the shell jump. I see what they wanted here, but with that speed strat, they are getting back there even a little bit faster, and I think now they definitely know what they want here. Oh, yeah. Huh. So the Koopa has a stun timer and will not wake up immediately. The Koopa's going to hang out there and just do its little thing and be flipped over for a little while. So in the time that they have to work with that obstacle, the Koopa's stun timer will not expire. And it looks like they are just going to have to go for that shell jump. But I totally see why they thought they needed to get on the naked Koopa first, because that wall does look a little visually menacing. There's Revelug. Oh! That's what I'm talking about. That wall is really high, and you need to... you got to make all the use of your space there. So they want a big shell jump. And here's Roke. Big shell jump. Let's go. Roke Games coming in hot for that 2nd place. Very well fought. Great race tonight, man. Some good plays. Revelug though, almost managing to steal the second place with this huge consistency. I'm not surprised Revelug's doing well with this. They are very accomplished with sort of shell and item tech setups. Nicely done. Man, Revelug almost got it. They almost snatched that second place away. Wow. We got Revelug, we got Louie, we got Bunker Games and B2. Yeah, Revelug's no stranger to these kind of motor skills obstacles, quick switching. Yeah, there you go. Consistency. And Revelug's in there. Nicely done. Wow, they really came. They just turned on the fire. Turned on the fire 150 about halfway through and really just smashed that second half. That's kind of what I mean sometimes, where the first sections, even though they're a little easier, this section is arguably harder than the sections that came before it, but the racers are doing better at it because they understand the gimmick now. They've messed with it a little bit. First, you're learning the gimmick, and then in the final part, you're using the gimmick, and that can make a huge difference. It's B2. We got Ike SMB in the upper right, B2 in the upper left, Louie down there in the lower left, Bunker Games hanging out in the bottom right. Everybody again, fourth section all around. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves, man. This is such a fun one tonight. Louie, a little bit of cheese there, turning those spinies into bats, into spinies, into spinies, into bats. And they're using that to kind of hang out and take a look at the situation. One thing I've definitely noticed about Louie, they never really miss an opportunity to stall a little bit and just look around, figure out what you want, take a look at things. Sometimes stopping, standing still is, like we've seen, you know, with the pause strats, can be a really valuable thing. Man, can we please? Yeah, K-Tune, Yep, K-Tune, popularizer of the pause buffer. But K-Tune is also a really accomplished blindfolded runner. So it's not surprising that K-Tune especially would have really good strats for, what would you call it, position normalization? Or just, you know, being able to kind of figure out clever ways to read a setup. Oh, pardon me. I don't know about you all, but all this pollen lately, it's getting me down. Getting my whole face down, if you know what I mean. It's springtime once again. I hope yours is off to a good start. We got Ike SMB on the, I believe, third section. B2, Louie and Bunker working on the fourth. Man, can't we just give it up? Give it up in chat for EvilAdmiralKivi tonight. This was such a good level. I'm really just, this was neat, man. We're seeing stuff that we've never seen before. At least I haven't. The sprite switching combined with the motor skills, and take that and combine it with really like bright, readable obstacles. The aesthetics are really vibrant, and yet the obstacles are really readable. This is, wow, I really like this level a lot. Louis Duce looking for the win. Looking for the top of that pipe. And yo, Germdove in the upper right here coming in. Made it to the intro room of the fourth section. If y'all have any questions or you'd like to learn more, please feel free to shout it out in chat. I know this level has a lot of complicated mechanics, and I'm trying to do my best to watch all the racers and also explain what's going on. But if I haven't covered something sufficiently, or you just got here and you'd like to learn more about this 6 out of 10 level, do feel free to just shout it out or head on over to romhackraces.com. I think we're all a big fan of the clear pipes. They're nice. They look cool. Mario 3D World. I think that was the game that gave us clear pipes, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, certain makers have added them over into Mario World. It is true that Mario's sprite does move through the pipe like that. It's just with the clear pipe you can actually see it. He just kind of freezes in place and moves along in there. Kind of like those transporter tubes from Futurama. You know what I mean? I always thought those looked so fun. Do you would you go for a ride in a clear pipe? I would, you know? I totally would. That would be cooler than like the kinds of public transportation we have now. That's the public transportation I want. It's the pneumatic people tubes from Futurama. Louis in the lower left. Yeah, they know they want the bat. Yep, they took a look at that situation. They know what they... Oh, I thought... Oh, what the heck? Oh, man. Everybody kind of having a rough time on that shell jump at the end. It, like, comes up at you unexpectedly. And that wall is just a little bit higher than it looks. Hey, you know, it does happen. Speaking as something of a shell player myself, you know, human error is a real thing. You know, it's no one, as far as I know, except for maybe TaskBot, is 100% consistent at that. So it can happen, you know, or you misjudge something, you know, you're a little bit farther away from the wall. There's a lot that goes into a shell jump, mechanically speaking, and there are subtle points of failure that sometimes get overlooked. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, let they who have never missed a shell jump throw the first shell. Indeed. I remember, you were thinking about SGDQ. I remember years ago when we did the Mario Maker race, and we had an incentive for the hard level showcase, and I made my own hard level to show off, and it started out with a regular shell jump, and I remember sitting down to play, you know, to do the level, and I was a little bit nervous, and so I just grabbed the shell, and I just like floated up in the air, and then fell in the pit, and I never actually threw the shell. My hands were a little bit shaky, and so I just like, whoop, and just fell back down into the pit without doing anything. It was very silly. Louis for another try, though. They might have it. Ah, watch out. Oh, watch out, Louis. B2, Germdove, Louis, and Bunker Games right now. Everybody battling it out on the 4th out of 4 sections. And I hope you all are having a really good Saturday. If you weren't already, I hope that maybe our fun race here can cheer you up and give you some good feelings. Seeing some awesome Kaizo skills from some of the best players out there. GG, Roke. That was really well played. That was very exciting. When you got that read at the end of the 3rd section, I was popping off. Yo, Bunker Games, look out. Man, Bunker with this consistency. Louis, man, trying to get back there. Man, now I just want to go on a water slide. Years ago during lockdown, thinking about clear pipes like water slides, years ago on lockdown, Louis Duce almost managed to get another shot. Oh, could they get it? Hold up. I'll tell you my silly story later. Louis. For the wall! Oh, jeez. Oh, it's slippery. It's tricky at the end there. Years ago on lockdown, Sky and I found this channel on YouTube of this guy that just goes around to all the different water parks and just like films himself going down water slides, and he's like so calm about it, and he's so polite to the staff, And we just got into this rabbit hole where we just watched all this guy's videos. Like, oh, he's going to this cool water park in Dubai. Like, what water slide is he going to go down next? Oh, that water slide looks cool. That other water slide looks cool. And you know what else looks cool? Big H, Louis Douce for the win, getting back there no problem. This is a level that really just lets you build up that consistency. And Louis Douce going to be wrapping it up here with style, as always. GG, Louis. Class act, that Louis Douce. Really, really, really talented player. B2, yo, what's up in the upper left? What's upper left? B2 with a shot? I don't know if this is a sight read or not. I think that was a sight read. We got Jank Pickle over here in the lower left. I think these levels, sometimes they're really, like, they can be challenging. You know, you're pressing L and R to, you know, flip the blocks or move the walls or flip the status of blocks on and off. And at first, I think levels like that can seem really intimidating. But I think they're actually sort of easy to develop consistency with, because you just eventually kind of train yourself to press exactly the right button at the right time, right? You just know, okay, do this, L, blah, 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 R, L, L, R, R, right? And it's easy to develop a rhythm with. And I think that's why we're seeing a lot of really consistent runs that get really deep. So, yeah, let me ask you something. Do you like summer? Do you like games? Do you like raising money for charity? Do you like speed runs? Do you like live speed runs? I think you've managed to understand that I'm talking about summer games done quick. And if you weren't here at the beginning of the for the race for the pre-show, we have some exciting announcements tonight and a cool trailer that I believe Dr. No made. Looks really good. So the schedule for SGDQ is not out yet, but the games list is. And wowie caboodle, it is stacked with just a really unbelievable amount of runs. A lot of passion projects, a lot of like, it finally got in kind of things. And there is so much cool stuff to see. We've got that Supersonic Saves the World being ran by Sojo. We've got the big, giant Grand Pooh World 3 from Mr. Mighty Mouse. And we've also got the Super Mario World Kaizo Relay. That's right, we're back again. Oh, nice job, Bunker. Wait, hold up. Bunker doing an alternate strat there. I really like that, kind of going in the pipe twice in order to clear the way and get that Goomba. Nicely done. But we dropped the makers for the Kaizo Relay. And wow, there are, as a racer for this myself, I am like excited and also a little bit like intimidated at some of the power that is going to be on display for this. We'll have no idea what these levels are until we're sitting there on stage to see them. But the maker list has been dropped tonight for the relay, and I think you're gonna wanna hear this. All right, are you ready for this? 7 levels. The makers are sectioned off in pairs, right? We've got Alex and Snorunt Pyro, which is actually, I know Alex, but I don't actually know them, and that's an unknown, and that kind of is like, uh-oh, what are they gonna make? Alex and Snorunt Pyro are gonna make something. D to the 4th, and Dan Salvato, who is also running Yoshi's Story All Melons to kick off the run. We've got Fire 150 making a level. We've got Hero Soft and Why Not. That sounds like an Abbott and Costello kind of thing. It's Hero Soft and Why Not. What shenanigans they're gonna get into. They're gonna make something. Leda Lines and Sayla, a absolute power duo, I suppose you could say, for making levels. We've got, allegedly, Maddie and apparently Margot making the level. And the Baron of Shell himself, Xiao Xiao, gonna be making a level as well. And if that maker list doesn't get you excited, I don't I don't know if you're able to get excited. You might want to see a doctor. We are really pulling out all the stops for this one, and the team has been working so hard behind the scenes to get all of this going. As a tester for previous races, I know what a huge undertaking it is to put something like this together. The racers kind of have it easy, and everyone else is just going ham. So I hope you're excited for that. We will have more information a little bit soon. We're working on, we're working on teams and things that you're gonna want to find out about. But I can't reveal too much of that information yet. But more info coming, and please get some excitement for Summer Games Done Quick. It is gonna be just phenomenal. There are so many cool runs on the schedule, and I'm looking forward to so many. I was thinking like, well, maybe I won't go for the whole week, and then I saw the games list and I was like, oh, I need to be there for the whole week. There is so much cool stuff to see. Not excited because it's tired. It's 3 a.m. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. That's a good reason. You get some rest. Yeah, respect on that one. Yeah, that's all right. In fact, if you're tired and it's 3 a.m. and you are getting excited, maybe you wanna get that checked out too. Fortunately for you though, you got plenty of time to nap before the relay race is gonna happen. And for those that haven't seen it, you can always go and check out some of the previous relays. We've done, I think this is the second, is this the second or the third Mario World relay we've had? This is the third SMW one. I thought so. Yeah. There was one in 2019, 2022, and 2024. Yeah. This would be the second that I've been a part of, and the third overall. So, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And the Mario doesn't even stop there, because we also get Carl versus Juzzcook in a Super Mario Maker troll level race. It's like freaking Woodstock for Mario gamers this time around. They've got literally like all the big games, big plays from everybody. That's gonna be incredible. I am very much looking forward to seeing Juz and Carl get trolled live in front of all the SGDQ goers. Also, yo, I feel you on those allergies. It is the springtime allergy season, isn't it? We're hanging out here though tonight. Similar format, like if you haven't seen the Kaizo relays, it's a very similar format to this, right? Levels we've never seen before, and we've just got to sight read them and do our best in the moment. Except the difference for our relay is instead of individual players versus the levels, we are 2 teams of 4, and we will be passing the controller off every couple of deaths and working as a team to kind of do a relay to solve all the levels. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Carl's presentation at the last AGDQ of Mario Maker trolls and mechanics and everything was really something to see. Really liked that, and I'm sure it's going to be even wilder this time around. If you haven't caught that, definitely go to the VODs and watch that. I am proud, honored, completely overjoyed to be a part of the relay again. Along with, I'm going to try to remember all these names. Myself, You Fail Me is going to be there. Juzzcook is going to be racing. Beast, the one and only Beast. Of course, we got Sojo. We got Shabda. We got the Java Brew. And we've got Mark Alarm. 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's all 8 of us. I remembered them all. So a very absolutely stacked list of racers and me. And an absolutely unbelievably stacked list of creators. It's really going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited because I got my flight and hotel ready to go. I'm ready to go. And people said like, oh, like, are you like really nervous about that? And you know what? I'm going to tell you, no, not really. Because for a very simple reason that I have no idea what I'm going to play. I feel like with a practiced run, you feel like guilty if you mess something up. I mean, human error gets us all. It's not really anything to feel bad about. But at least there's kind of the expectation that, like, oh, I should have practiced that. You know what I mean? Like, if you die on something having practiced it, it feels worse. But I don't know. You know, it's like, oh, you died on the level. Like, yeah, I'd never seen it before. So it's kind of like, I don't know. In a way, it's kind of relaxing. Because, like, I mean, the last GDQ I was running Luminescent, and that was, okay, I gotta sit down. I gotta practice. I gotta practice level 1 so I don't die right at the beginning. I gotta, okay, and there's this part coming up at the end, and I really want to make sure I don't die here, and I'm practicing, you know, I'm getting ready. But in this one, there's nothing to practice for. You just kind of play levels, play a lot of Kaizo, brush up on your tech, and brush up on your sight reads, and eat your brain food so you can think real hard. And, you know, we'll see what comes of it. Germ Dove in the upper, oh, excuse me, in the upper right. We're getting some deeper runs here from these friends. B2, Germ Dove, Jank Pickle, aw, and my good friend and co-commentator, Mallow the Cat, is gonna join me. Aw. Aw. Excuse me, I am being joined here in my commentator booth, aka spare bedroom, by my good friend Mallow the Cat. He would like you all to know that you should be kind to your animal friends. He was sleeping and he woke up because I'm talking too much. Are you all doing all right? Feeling good? Thanks for spending a little bit of your Saturday night with us here at RomHack Races. I hope you're feeling great and having a nice relaxing weekend. Bunker Games might be feeling, oh, they might be feeling great after that one. Almost. We're getting some deeper runs now. 1 hour, 7 minutes in. Pardon me. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Freaking allergy season. Jank Pickle, oh man, everybody getting pretty deep now. Like it's 10 at night at the coffee house. We're getting deep, man. Yeah, yo, if you're just joining us, yeah, this is not motor skills. Instead, what's going on is that the L and R buttons change whether or not the bats are spinies, the spinies are bats. You can't change your jump type in the air, but you can use L and R to switch what the enemies are, and then the motion of the level is requiring the players to keep switching around. Yeah, if you don't know how something works or you want to learn a little bit more, that is totally fine to ask. Shout us out in chat, and we will we'll fill you in. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about us, as I say, you can always check out romhackraces.com. Download this patch and play it for yourself if you want a fun challenge for some weekend Kaizoing. I have a cat. I have one cat on my lap, and I am stoked about that. Oh, B2. Oh, we see the goal. There it is. But B2 is missing one critical element of what's going on here. They're not going to be able to land on that naked Koopa. So they've got to figure out how to get one more jump once they pick up that shell. How are your pets? Are they okay? Are they better than okay? I'm going to assume they're amazing. And I know they are, but I'd like to hear it from you. And you know, speaking of pets, asleep, perfect. Typical pets. You know, speaking of pets, even the animals are going to be saved and get in on the action at SGDQ because PB the dog is back. If you remember, JSR, the speedrunner, had trained their dog PB to press a big, cute, dog-sized controller and play a game of Gyromite at the last AGDQ. And they're back, and PB the dog is going to be back playing, I think, Ken Griffey Jr. baseball, win a game %. And Bunker Games, speaking of winning the game, let's go! Up and over, Bunker Games, 1 minute 10 the time. Nicely done. Yo, very, very good stuff. Good job, Bunker. Great. Great job. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, PB the dog. The adorable Shiba. Very smart. Very good boy. Gonna be the goodest boy of them all. And, yep, JSR built, like, a big, like, dog controller. It's, like, flat, and it has, like, big giant buttons. And PB gets some treats and presses the buttons. Oh, it's just all kinds of adorable. I am very excited for dog baseball. Also, you know, if you think about it, baseball is a really good game for a dog to play. You know what I mean? Like, it makes a lot of sense, you know, like, if the dog was gonna beat, like, I don't know, Ninja Gaiden or something, that would be amazing, but that's not like a dog game, you know? Oh, Ike. Man. Yeah, it's over. we join Ike during their victory celebration. Well played. A sight read on the final obstacle. Nicely done. Ike is very, very talented. Rolling on over toward the goal. I don't know about Star Wars %, but you can find that out on your own time. That is true. Yeah, PB was at the last GDQ playing Gyromite. And being real good. But I don't know, baseball just fits for a dog, you know? There's nothing in the rules that says a dog can't play baseball. I wouldn't want to be a part of any league that disallowed it, really. You know, it's baseball. Dogs love catching balls. That's like their thing, you know? That's their thing. Speaking of things, Muzzle here in the lower right. Oh, they've got that bat lined up. I bet they're going to get it. Nicely done. Yo, called it. Called it. Muzzle here in the lower right. Strong. Strong plays. Moving on to the final section as well. Oh, Germdove, nice try. We got Germdove in the upper right, B2 in the upper left, Jank Pickle in the lower left, and Muzzle in the lower right. Everybody everywhere. Working on the final section. 4 out of 4 sections, 10 out of 10 level, 6 out of 10 difficulty. Okay, this is like maybe a fake memory that I have, and maybe someone in chat can help me out with this. There's a game called Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run for Super Nintendo, and am I wrong? This does exist, right? Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run is a game, because I remember playing it with my buddy next door when I was a kid, and is that what it is? Is it, because I didn't know if it was a different one, if there's Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball and then there's Ken Griffey Jr.'s Winning Run. I didn't know if those were 2 different games or not. But am I right that there's a home run derby mode in Winning Run, and when you get a home run, is this a fake memory or not? The announcer goes like, "That's a dinger." Is that am I like remembering that? Is that real? I know this is a very specific thing that maybe nobody would know, but is that like a false memory I have? Because I seem to remember me and my buddy, you know, when we were kids, just sitting around in the basement and just laughing at that forever. We'd play home run derby mode and just try to be like, "That's a dinger! That's a dinger!" Is that, or maybe they didn't say that and that's just what my buddy said? But you know what else we're saying? B2! We're saying GG, B2 DE81. Jumping over that wall. Getting that big giant goal. Well played tonight, man. This is everybody's doing great. Everybody is doing excellently. Well played, B2. Well played. Such a tough level. Keep in mind, you know, 1 hour for a clear time for this is astonishingly good. Just to be clear, you're watching great players play against other really great players. And, you know, this Kaizo stuff is no joke. So, you know, just being able to take on one of these levels at all is a huge accomplishment. And really seeing some great moves from everybody. Oh, yo, thank you, too, for the raid. You feel me? So much going on tonight. Thank you so much. Very well played. Very well played. Keep those skills handy for GDQ, okay? All right. I know you. I believe you will. We got 3D Salmon coming in here in the upper left. What am I doing? Upper left, 3D Salmon, working on the end of the section, and they have almost got it. Nice try. Oh, I do know it. I have immense confidence. If I were running at that relay, I'd be a bit concerned about squaring off against you. Feel me? I think we've got. I can say this. I think I can say this. I think we have the teams figured out. Last I was looking at the Discord, there seems to be pretty good consensus, but we don't have them revealed yet. So that's our secret to keep for the time being. But are they figured out? Yes. Do you get to know about them? No. All right, keep your secrets. Sorry, we don't want any well-wishers, distant relatives, or other birthday relations. And what about really good precision hack makers? Mars Amper Sandolph! Please clap. I thought of that one on the spot. I need this. Nice try. 3D Salmon trying to get in there. Germ Dove, too, using that double pipe strat. Dude, I love the Gandalf meme. It's so funny. Macho Mandolf. There's just something. It's just something about it. It's like how are they ever gonna think of another word that sounds similar to Gandalf? And then they do every time. This level was really good, you know, for the Star Wars theming, but you know, the one thing I think this level is missing is an advertisement for Cerveza Crystal. I don't know if have you all seen that that ongoing Star Wars memery about was it the Chilean broadcast of Star Wars that just, instead of actually cutting away to a commercial, they just inserted different scenes like in the movie and like briefly moved it over to an ad for Cerveza Crystal, like Obi-Wan's like, your father wanted me to give you this, and then they cut to a shot of a hand reaching into a cooler and it's Cerveza Crystal. So funny. If you look it up if you haven't seen it, it is just hilarious. It makes me want one. I've never had one. I'm sure it's not even that good. You know, I'm sure it's just kind of like medium caliber alcoholic beverage, but boy, now I want, I mean, if Obi freaking Wan Kenobi likes Cerveza, then I'm sure it's awesome. Would you pair your Cerveza Crystal with the Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard? I think I would. I think Cerveza Crystal is a fancy yellow beer, so that would go well. Oh, yo, Germ Dove. Cerveza Crystal. Getting that big Cerveza Crystal. Nicely done. Well played, Germ Dove. Man, everybody's coming in hot here, working on this final section. Good job. Germ Dove, strong plays. Good reads. Again, if anybody's curious about the mechanics or anything, I know I'm just kind of going off on silly tangents. If you want to learn more, I feel like sometimes there's only so much commentary I can give on exactly the same obstacles, but if there's something you want to learn or something you're not understanding, please feel free to ask. That is totally fine. You're not being annoying or anything. We're here to teach. We're here to have some fun. We're switching the sprites with L and R, spin jump and regular jump, bats and spinies, regular shells and spiny shells. The Cerveza Crystal halftime report, brought to you by Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard. Can't spell Germ Dove without G. Well, you could, but it'd be spelled wrong. You'd be wrong. 3D Salmon, nice consistency. Oh, no. Oh, that was so close. Oh, that was so close. We got 3D Salmon working for the end of this section. We got Jank Pickle working on the fourth and final section. We got Muzzle here in the lower right. Fourth section as well. And we've got Isherwood up here in the upper right, working on the second section. Still plenty of time, though, for good moves. Still plenty of time to have a cool, refreshing Cerveza Crystal. Oh, 3D Salmon, this one looks good. Oh, clever. Oh, that's really clever. Oh, whoa, nicely done. Nicely done, 3D Salmon. Instead of using the spin jump property for the bat there, they just got the bat below them and bopped Mario on it just a little bit. And when you just kind of touch an enemy like that, you don't do a full jump. You just kind of gently bop up in the air, avoiding the spike in the ceiling and making it through. Nicely done. 3D Salmon. Mallow, 3D Salmon is doing well. Mallow loves salmon. It's his favorite fish. Mallow is... I am trying to remain impartial. Mallow is rooting for 3D Salmon. He would also like 30 salmon. Here's Jank in the lower left for a try at the end. Oh, Jank looking good here. Oh, yeah. Looking good. Jank Pickle for the win. Nicely done, Jank. Well played, well played. Yo, hexadecimal salmon. We've got Plagiarizer coming in here in the lower left. Muzzle in the lower right. Isherwood up above. 3D Salmon in the upper left. And Cerveza Crystal in everyone's fridge. Mmm, 61 salmon. Oh. That's a whole school of salmon. "99 dreams I have had. And every one a can of Cerveza Crystal." Alright, I'll stop. But you know I won't, though. Six racers are left out of the 16 who signed up. We got plenty of time, though, for some more hype clears. And plenty of time for, well, you know, salmon. Ah, what's new, chat? Y'all doing okay? Having a good weekend? Anybody got any fun weekend plans? What you been playing? What's good? What's good for video games? Are you kids playing that new Super Zaxxon? Oh yeah, big old Hades 2. When does that come out? You could combine them and then you could have Blasphemous Royal Persona 7. Sounds like one of those fake games. Oh, literally any day now. Oh boy. ALDC levels? What ROM hack is that? Oh, nice. Good announcement. Yo, Dr. No, you're always so kind and so on point. Doc helps us out with so much. And I don't know where we'd be without you, frankly. Voting is open for the Questionable Hack Jam Viewer's Choice Award. I don't know why that's tough to say. The Viewer's Choice Award on SMW Central. Oh, yeah, we got that. Yeah, automatic level design. We're always... SMW Central's always putting out the contests, man. That's cool. That's cool. I haven't checked out any yet. I've been doing some hacking myself. Maybe I'm the only one, but is anyone excited for Akuma coming to Street Fighter 6 later this month? It's gonna be kind of fun, you know. Play some Street Fighter. It's a cool trailer. He looks real cool. He looks pretty cool. I'm excited to fight an endless procession of them forever. VLDC 14 gonna be cool too. It's like that Simpsons episode with Gabbo. Gabbo is coming. Gabbo is coming. Akuma is coming. Akuma is coming. Look, Smithers, Akuma is coming. We stay busy on SMW Central. We stay busy, productive. Yeah, giving the folks what they want. while we're hanging out here, I just want to give super quick shout outs to everybody who helped with this level. And I really appreciate that because I lost my notes. Because I closed the file and I lost my notes of everyone who usually I take down everybody's names, and I definitely closed that text file, so I definitely don't have those notes. But Mithrillionaire, Mason SMW, Gossip Greg, RB Pimlico is always testing for us, Fen, always doing such a great job, Dr. No on the restream, of course, Kelgand doing scouting and all the bots and stuff, Star-Lord on the scouting, always Amper helping us out, and D4 as well. Definitely just closed my notes where I take a run of show and have the notes ready to go. But this is a really elaborate production, and there's always it's just so many kind folks helping out behind the scenes. It's really a special thing. We've got a lot more cool stuff to reveal. Not right now, but we got a lot more cool stuff to reveal about the relay as well. So stay tuned for future announcements and future ROM hack races. We might have some more info to drop for you soon enough. Soon TM. You know, nice cheese. Muzzle kind of doing a little alternate setup with that one sequence there. I like that. "3D salmon looking good there. And personally, yo, I want to say thanks again. If you didn't see it, it's going up on YouTube in a little bit, but thanks to Doc. Thank you so much for making that really cool. I'm assuming that was you. If I'm wrong, tell me who to thank, but I'm assuming that was Doc for making that really cool maker reveal trailer for the race makers. That's really cool. Yeah, there is. There's an any percent Super Metroid race. And there have in the past been Metroid hacks. Not at this GDQ, but I forget the name of the runner. They ran Metroid Impossible, which is a ROM hack. There are Super Metroid hacks. They're a little tougher to make and a little bit tougher to find. I'm not really aware of too much about what's going on in the Super Metroid hacking community. Those players are outrageous. Metroid construction, nice. I learned something too the other day. Speaking of other game ROM hacks, did you know on romhacking.net there's a Mario Land editor? Like for like Game Boy Mario Land? I haven't gotten it to test it out, but I have this thing where I want to make lots of ROM hacks in other games, and man, Mario Land Kaizo could be kind of cool. I see some interesting possibilities, especially with those fireballs that bounce around. You might be able to do some cool stuff with that. Yo, Isherwood in the upper right here, looking good, maybe for a run. Oh man, good try, good try. .3D Salmon in the upper left, looking for a run here. Ah, yeah, they got to bring that spiny all the way through. Got to be surfing a little bit. Be surfing USA. Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to think of funny jokes or something. But I hope you're all feeling good, feeling comfy. Thanks for spending a little bit of your Saturday with us here at ROM Hack Races. If you have questions about the level or Kaizo or whatever you got, please feel free to shout it out. Someone will be with you shortly. At the tone, the time will be 9:38 p.m. Beep. They're allowed to keep playing as long as they want. They can play all evening if they want. We schedule 2 hours for the broadcast, but if the racers want to go after that on their own channels, they're more than welcome to. We've recorded longer times before in the past. You know, everyone's doing kind of the volunteer thing for this, so, you know, 2 hours is a reasonable broadcast time. But, yeah, they can play however long they want, really. You can, of course, check out our Discord. Check out our website if you'd like to kind of join the community, be a part of things. There are a lot of really kind and knowledgeable people on the Discord if you want to get that ROM Hack Races base ROM for your next project, learn a little bit more about Kaizo, improve your skills, and chat with some folks in the community. We are always around. Isherwood, upper right. Back for another try. Good luck. Let's go, Isherwood. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Yo, that's an H. Well done. Good job. What determination. Nice try, Salmon, too. Isherwood, though, grabbing that checkpoint. Moving on. Well done. Good play. Good play. Isherwood. H. That's what I'm trying to say. H. Can't spell Cerveza Crystal without it. Yeah, the little tutorial sections, I think, help a ton. They introduce the mechanic of the section, and they let you kind of learn it. But it's not just like an easy... It gives you a little bit of a challenge along the way. Here goes 3D Salmon. I bet they're going to get it. Nice shell jump. Clean. Clean execution. Clean 16. And 3D Salmon's out of here. Well played. Great job. All the salmon. Did you hear that, Mallow? 3D Salmon won. They did it. We got Ender of Games coming in here in the upper left. Ender, Isherwood, Plagiarizer, and Muzzle. These are the final four. Six out of 10 tonight. 4 sections, 5 out of 10 for length. Hey, 3D Salmon, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. Great job. Way to get it. Really, seriously, that was some great determination. And you clutched it out. You did it. You learned it. Well played. Good job. Sick level, sick gameplay. Yo, Ender of Games doing a different strat. Tossing the grab block to the kicking Koopa and then having the Koopa kick it left. That does kind of achieves the same effect. Nice alt strat there. Yo! Hey, alright. Yo, let's go. Ender of Games. Nice! Jumping on that restream and jumping right over into the pipe for that checkpoint. Well played. For that checkpoint, brought to you by somebody. Man, that would be really silly if like Kaizo races were like major sporting events, you know? All right, here's the first checkpoint section brought to you by Da Vinci's Fancy Yellow Mustard. Like, it's not though. I think we're going to get a clear from Muzzle here in the lower right pretty soon as well. They've been building up a lot of consistency. Oh man, they're going for a try. Maybe this is it. This could be it. Isherwood making decent moves as well. If you're interested too, you know, you can always join these races. They're open to anybody who would like to be a part of it. And you can go on over and sign up at romhackraces.com to let us know who you know, who you are and that you want to race with us. Sometimes they're a little easier, sometimes they're a little tougher, but Doc always posts the difficulty rankings ahead of time in an announcement on Discord, so you can pick, you know, what kind of level you want. There was an announcement previously about next week's Maker that I neglected to read out, but we're gonna have another race next week, Saturday at 8 p.m. And you know, if you want to be a part of that, please do. It's a lot of fun. Amper, oh no. I mean, oh yes. I mean, I don't know what to expect, but Amper is great. Amper Sam is a very, very powerful ROM hackist. So I can only imagine it's going to be pretty wild. I don't, you know, I was just curious because I have the opportunity to talk to some gamers at the moment. Is anybody else playing Street Fighter? I'm looking for some sparring partners. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of crossover between the Kaizo and Street Fighter community, which doesn't really surprise me, which is why I'm looking for some sparring partners. If anybody wants to get a match or two in, hit me up. I need to work on my moves. Unless you're too busy playing Hades too. I get it. Man, really fun level tonight. Really fun stuff tonight from EvilAdmiralKivi. Yo, Doc, I'll play Third Strike with you if you want. I haven't played Third Strike in a bit, but I love Third Strike. That and 6 are the only two that I play. I don't really care for 4 or 5. They just don't. I don't know. This wasn't my thing. But Third Strike is rad. I do hope you all are enjoying yourselves. These races are always so fun. Kind of one of my favorite parts of the week, really. Just love seeing everybody's skills, determination, the creativity of the makers. There's so much to love about these races, and I'm really glad to share this with everybody. Glad we're getting, honestly, ROM Hack Races is getting great viewership too. It's really awesome. I really appreciate that from everybody, and it's cool that people want to hang out and be a part of this all. It's a special thing. I hope you feel that too. This is a community that we make it ourselves, and we do it together. So what's your opinion on Jar Jar Binks? I think he's cool. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I'm not like a Star Wars hater either. I'm just not a fan in that way, you know? I like my sci-fi a little less Star Wars. But you know, I'm just trying to give a hot take here. Stir the pot a little bit. I thought Jar Jar Binks was fun, man. He was like cool. He was like all fun and silly. I think they never should have dropped that whole plot of him being a secret Sith Lord. That would have been great. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like no guts, you know? Have some guts, George Lucas. Seriously though, the Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer game is awesome. I really like it. I especially really like the arcade version because the controls are like a 0 turn radius lawnmower, and man, I had that game was at the old arcade at my old shopping mall. I would play that all the time. I really actually enjoy that game. I'll play it again. N64 version was all right. The arcade version though, holy cow. You get to sit in that cool pod racer chair. Get to drive the lawnmower pod racer. It's so fun. It was pod racing. You're not even wrong. That is so true. You think Darth Vader ever, like, went pod racing again? You know, like, young Anakin Skywalker really liked it. He did it all the time. You know, you ever think, like, Vader just kind of, like, misses it sometimes and, like, would just go and, like, drive his pod racer? I would, you know? I would. I haven't seen any of the new Star Wars movies, and frankly, I'm okay with that. That's maybe just a me thing, but I'm cool with that. Exactly. Lower the roof on the TIE fighter, let the wind blow through his helmet, caress his scalp. Does the Death Star have a propulsion system? I always thought it was more like just like a big, like I know that they said that's not a moon, but I figured it was just like a big moon, you know, where it's just like it's not really like a ship that can propel itself around. It was just more like a big thing, like a space station that orbits, like a space, like the International Space Station can't really propel itself like a rocket ship. Yo, hey, by the way. Oh, I'm seeing a name in chat that I gotta shout out. Don't let this run fly under the radar. Kaizo fan and friend Zorio Wo is gonna be running. I see GDQ runner Zorio there in chat. Gonna be running Portal Reverse Map Order. That's gonna be a lot of fun. You gotta check that one out. There's even gonna be some custom Celeste. Our friend Carrie is gonna be running Monica's D-Sides. a custom kind of Kaizo Celeste sort of deal. Apparently there's a Kaizo Mario Galaxy too being ran. We got a lot of modified games at GDQ, and I really like the fact that it's you know, speaking as a Kaizo player, it's not all about Mario Kaizo. You know, there are plenty of other games that deserve their hacks to be shown off as well, and I'm really glad that GDQ has kind of been doing that lately. I really do think that you know, Kaizo mods, not even Kaizo, but just modding in general, represents a really good future for these classic games. You know, at a certain point, the runs of the original are so heavily optimized, and the original game has been combed through a million trillion times, and there's 5-hour YouTube videos about why invisible walls exist. So there's like a PhD thesis basically, that when we have mods of them, it allows us to explore something new about it. It gives those games a shelf life that extends beyond their original composition. And I think that's really valuable and represents a kind of a future for us to grow into. I mean, really, how, you know, Mario 64 is a great game, but how many times are we going to play exactly the same game over and over again? You know, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years? Where's it, you know, where's it going to go? At least with hacks, you get endless variety. You turn the physics engine into a palette and a canvas. It's not even the game of Mario World, it's the physics engine of Mario World. There's this. Wait, I gotta look this up. Somebody posted a great meme on my Discord the other night, and I want to share it with you. Yeah, it was. The text of it is feels like there used to be more orbs in games. You'd kill a guy and drop orbs. Sometimes you'd have to suck all the orbs up. Sometimes not. I'm sure there's still orbs around. It just feels less central to a lot of gaming now. So true. I mean, seriously, Pac-Man is a game where you, an orb, eat orbs. You know what it is, though? And I think this actually kind of strikes at the heart of it, is that orbs are easy to draw, right? If you look at, like, a lot of old school games, you'll see, like, similar things. Orbs, there are always a lot of spiders in games because they represent well in a low graphic kind of situation. You can draw like a square and some squiggly lines coming out of it and make them move and like, ah, that's a spider. And I think that actually is kind of part of it. You know what I mean? Like with less graphics processing available, orbs were more standard. Now that we have all our fancy polygons, you don't need orbs anymore these days. You got polygons. But looking at the old clock on the wall here, it is the 2-hour mark. And so it is unfortunately time for us to say goodnight. But the racers can keep going, and you can keep the party going on the ROM Hack Races Discord if you want. ROMHackRaces.com will have that for you. We're going to have another race next Saturday, 8 p.m. sharp. Pre-show starts at about 7:30. And I just want to say thanks to everybody for being here and participating. Thank you so much, Doc, for all that you do. You do so much, and I really just cannot thank you enough. AdmiralKivi again for this awesome level. Everyone who came out and watched, everyone who raced, all the people in our community, all the testers and staff and folks behind the scenes. Y'all do such an amazing job every week. I really, really appreciate it. I have been GlitchCat. You have been you, and I really appreciate you all stopping by. For my friends